A high-stakes push for peace at the White House as President Trump and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelenskyy met today to discuss a path toward ending the more than 3-year Russian invasion. They say their meeting was productive, though no final deal has been made.
Thank you very much for your efforts, personal efforts to stop killings and stop this war.
We've had a lot of good discussions, a lot of good talks, and I think progress is being made, very substantial progress.
The Oval Office sit-down with Zelenskyy and European leaders comes 3 days after President Trump met with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska. So Trump says he's arranging a sit-down with the three leaders. Our John Ramos spoke with Ukrainians here in the Bay Area, closely watching the talks.
All across the Bay Area, Ukrainian nationals are watching anxiously as the future of their country is negotiated behind closed doors in Washington, D.C.
We are viewing very closely. I mean, like every word, every gesture, everything.
Natalia Gashilik is a Ukrainian national and a UC Berkeley lecturer on Slavic languages. She, like a lot of her fellow Ukrainians, are keeping a close eye on the meeting between Presidents Trump and Zelenskyy.
We see that as very important. First of all, that's the first meeting in Washington, D.C. since the, infamous Oval meeting.
The Oval meeting was the angry exchange in February between Zelenskyy and Trump, all while the cameras rolled.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III.
At the time, Natalia considered that moment to be a disaster for Ukraine.
It felt like, you are in a car and this car is going to there's going to be a car wreck, so it's going to hit something very large, and it is hitting at this moment, and you are, witnessing this alive. So that was something unexpected.
But this meeting feels different, especially since Zelenskyy has arrived with friends, the leaders of many European nations.
And that's important on so many levels for Ukrainians. First of all, that shows that Ukraine is actually a part of European, security framework. It is a part of European family.
The war has been going on for 3 years now, and locally, Ukrainians hit the streets in February after President Trump suggested that it was Ukraine that started the war.
You should have ended it 3 years. You should have never started it. You could have made a deal.
And last week, many were offended by the amount of reverence that President Trump showed Vladimir Putin at their meeting in Alaska.
It was very inappropriate. A lot of aspects of this, the optics of rolling the red carpet literally for a war criminal, having U.S. servicemen kind of bow in front of Putin.
Igor Markov directs a Palo Alto-based group called Nova Ukraine. He says his members are alarmed by what they're now seeing.
People are on the edge. People are following the news. Also, everyone is following what is happening in Ukraine. The air alerts went on last night again.
Even as the talks are happening, Russia has stepped up its attacks on Ukraine, allegedly including civilian targets. Markov believes Putin is acting out of desperation as his economy crumbles, hoping to force a deal that would allow Russia to keep portions of the land it has already taken.
If President Trump's condition is that Russia gets to keep territory that it has taken over, you would say what?
This is a no-go. And this is a no-go for Europe. This is a no-go for Zelenskyy. This is a no-go for the people of Ukraine.
During the campaign, President Trump frequently boasted that he could end the war in Ukraine in 24 hours. He now admits it's more complicated than he thought. To Ukraine and to Europe itself, land isn't just a bargaining chip. It's actually someone's home.
The Ukrainians say they still need American weapons to defend themselves in the war, but they suspect that Europe will need to help foot the bill for them. It's actually something that President Trump has been advocating for a long time.